Greetings everyone, JLB back with another CES reaction. This time, it's going to be a bit of a longer one because I'm going to try and do it in 3 parts. One overviewing all of CES, one overviewing Sega, and one overviewing Nintendo. Not sure how this is all going to work out by how I see it, but I'll try and make the best of it. So, with that being said, let's jump into this. This first video will be overall at the video game section of the Winter CES. Now bear in mind, the other 2 videos are going to be from the Summer CES, so keep that in mind. Here we go.
Coming up next, the battle of the video game platform. The battle between video game makers here at CES would probably make a pretty good video game itself, as Sega, Nintendo, Commodore, Atari, and 3DO fight not only over market share, but over the standards for a new video game rating system.
Yes, these were the years for when the ESRB was about to be formed. All thanks to games like Night Trap and Mortal Kombat.
The proliferation of rating systems is confusing to retailers and to consumers alike. And even before this issue became an issue in the halls of Congress or in the media, there was a growing belief that we needed a single, easily recognizable system to rate and label our products.
The Software Publishers Association sponsored this video game industry gathering in an effort to develop a unified rating system, similar to the one used by the movie industry.
Parents have expressed increasing concern about the amount of violence in video games that are brought into the home. Secondly, congressional hearings focus the attention of parents and the industry on this issue.
The video game that brought attention to the violence issue is Mortal Kombat from Ultratech.
Yeah, the original Mortal Kombat.
Video games out there that are just as violent, I think, as Mortal Kombat is, because Mortal Kombat has gotten the attention. And in those games, whether it's Mortal Kombat or something else, you will see, if you walk around the show, you'll see other games where there's blood on screen, albeit animated. And I think in comparison to other, whether it's TV or movie violence, it's relatively mild, in the final analysis. If you're not familiar with Mortal Kombat, it is a martial arts battle. There are 8 people that compete to be grand champion, and they go against each other with karate type moves, martial arts type moves. And at the end, in our game, there are things called fatalities. And a fatality is
Finish him.
Where someone can finish another
Kill
player.
wins.
It doesn't necessarily take violence to make a bestseller video game. One of the all-time hits is Spectrum Holobytes Tetris.
Played this game.
And he says the key to video game
Pajitnov, the creator of Tetris.
hardware, but addictive gameplay.
Whole industry now is very concerned about technology, about more hardware, more technical stuff, but somehow the other part of the game, which is a human part, which is a psychological part, is a little bit in a shadow. But this is very important because Tetris is a very simple game, but it's so addictive.
But the real battle in the game industry is between the competing platforms. Sega is the current leader, but only
showing off Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
In an effort to keep their edge, Sega demonstrated the latest in player interface, the Activator, and they released Sonic the Hedgehog 3. In this newest version of Sonic, players can save unfinished games for later play. The hottest new
Save battery
system at CES was the new Genesis CDX. It's a portable unit that plays both cartridges and CDs. This game is Prize Fighter.
So they were trying to create a Sega CD combination with a Sega Genesis.
Technology is the ability to interact with remote opponents. You wouldn't think of AT&T as a game company, but they introduced something called Edge 16, a peripheral for the Sega Genesis unit that transmits your joystick movements over telephone lines to another player. The Edge 16 device also can transmit sounds so you can hear an opponent's reaction to your maneuver.
Ah, the Panasonic 3DO.
Game system. The new 32-bit 3DO game console uses CD-ROMs, costs about $700. But the folks at 3DO say the difference in gameplay is worth the price.
The first thing I think that probably hits you will be the graphics and the animation. You're flying this fighter over the planet that looks extremely realistic with scenery fading in as you fly towards it. And then all of a sudden you say, gee, I want to do a barrel roll. And then all that scenery, that very complex 3D scenery, just flips as you turn around. So the first thing that grabs you is, gee, the realism. 16 million colors instead of like 256 colors on a video game.
Commodore is trying to regain its position as a game platform. This is the new Amiga CD32 game system. Like 3DO, it features 32-bit architecture, but unlike 3DO,
The Amiga CD.
it is under $400. Commodore says it can bring out the game system at a lower price because it's using existing Amiga computer technology. Nintendo announced plans for its new 16-bit
Oh, this was the first ever glimpse of Project Reality for Nintendo.
computer maker Silicon Graphics.
If you don't know what Project Reality is, that was the code name for my first game system, the Nintendo 64.
Atari was shipping its new 64-bit.
Ah, Atari gained the jump on the 64-bit
It would be sweet iron
64-bit
found
market
the video game business and then lost it.
with
Out on top,
the Jaguar.
was a
If only people had bought it.
That's our look at the Winter Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. For the Computer Chronicles, I'm Stuart Chappet.
That should do it. So stay tuned next time, because next two videos we're going to be heading to the Summer CES of 1994, heading to the Sega and Nintendo booths. So stay tuned, and I'll see you there.